Hello, my name is Pigeon or Palmtree Pigeon, and I just wanted to give you a little preface before the video begins. Now, I'm not switching my content. This is a pilot of sorts. I want to see how this does on the main channel. I want to see if people are interested in this type of content in the near future. I feel like I wanted to branch out with my content more in 2025, so that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I'm saying this stuff in the intro. But yeah. Anyways, if you're really into this content, let me know in the comments. Let me know any criticisms, concerns, anything really, and I'll get to you and I'll see what I could do because I want to branch out more. Like I said before, I think I want to branch out with the content because I feel like doing reviews all the time and how sparse they are released is kinda, I feel like there should be something in between. But yeah, if I were to definitely do this content more, if people really like this content, I will definitely do it on another channel because this does not fit my main content on the main channel. But yeah, this part's really unscripted, and let me know what you think in the comments of this. Yeah, I'll see you guys around. Bye. Enjoy the video. Oh my god, I forgot to say that. Why did I say bye instead of saying enjoy the video? Oh well. Please enjoy the video. Or the podcast. Whatever. I don't really care. Hello, and welcome to the Palmtree Parlor podcast. The only podcast hosted by a rat in a palm tree. Get it? I don't know. Anyways, my name is Pigeon, and today we will be interviewing a wonderful friend that I've had the pleasure to talk to, and it's been a pleasure to talk to them. Faris. Yeah.
Hello, hi.
Hello. Welcome to the Palmtree Parlor podcast. Why is it called the Palmtree Parlor podcast? I don't know.
You just like you eventually like get a style made for it, and it's just like a little PNG of you and like whatever host guest you're speaking to at like a parlor, like at a club or something.
Yeah, I just all the good podcast names are taken. I'll be real.
I guess now there's good ones out there. Hey, maybe you should talk about how like you and your co-host gets distracted. You could be distractible. Wait.
Oh, that could be a good funny thing. But yeah, welcome to the Palmtree Parlor podcast. Anyways, with that out of the way, tell us a bit about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Faris, or Faye. That's my nickname. I use she/they pronouns. I'm a trans gal on the internet who does things like streaming and voice acting and writing. I don't know, mostly just talking about whatever nerdy things happen to suit my interest. And I don't know, love making friends. I met Pigeon out of happenstance, and yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be interviewed.
Yay. It's a very, I'll be real, this is a very simple podcast, if anything, so.
That's fine. Look, yeah. I just feel like at some point you're just gonna be like, what's your favorite color?
Well, I technically do have like a similar question written down. It's not really about colors though. It's about like your favorite bird, but that's
okay.
Just like cool. Any kind of bird.
Bird Up, the worst show on television. Anyways, yeah, I'm excited. This will be fun. I've only ever been interviewed once, so this will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have questions for me,
yeah.
Supposedly.
I have a few questions. I have a little bit of questions, you know.
Detective Pigeon, I got some questions for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get out of your hair. Oh, one more thing.
Just imagine LA Noir. Just my character making the doubt face.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. But yeah. I
Yeah.
I forgot what question I forgot if you answered the question. So
What was your question? I don't think you
oh
even asked it.
oh shit, right. What's your favorite kind of bird?
Oh, okay, that's the first one. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one to start off with. I guess I think probably my favorite bird is toucan. I don't know. I just like how big their beaks are, and one of my favorite Pokemon is toucanon. So I don't know. They're just like fun little birds. They're like I think they're artistically designed well. Like I don't know. I just like them, and I like the variation of them. Some of them are green and have little things on their beaks. It's nice. I just love
Yeah.
tropical birds. They're just so fun and interesting to look at.
I agree. Yeah, I haven't really seen a toucan before, or in real life I haven't seen a toucan, but I've seen pictures of toucan. You know Toucan
Yeah.
Sam, right?
Yeah, yes, I'm familiar with Fruit Loops, the cereal.
I love Fruit Loops.
I, I've had them. Most breakfast cereals are fucking gross. they're just like pure sugar, and like I don't mind that, but like I don't know. It's just that I want a little bit of flavor if I'm gonna have pure sugar.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what else I could call Fruit Loops as a joke, and then my brain went to gay paths, which is something very different.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I like toucans. They're fun. Yeah.
Honestly, toucans are really fun animals when you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, there are just some animals that are just really fun. Like, this is my second favorite bird, which is just macaw parrots, and I love that. Like, they can just speak like a little bit, and like they can even speak other languages besides English. Like, I heard a story that like a macaw parrot like was lost, and they like some like family who spoke Spanish picked it up, and the bird could just speak Spanish from then on.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, birds are really fun. That's, if anything, the reason why I ask you this is because, you know, Palmtree Pigeon, but then again, all the podcasts take the good questions. Ugh.
You're not even a pigeon, you're a rat. Where the fuck are your wings?
Aren't pigeons technically like rat with wings or something? Rats with wings? Isn't
I
that?
guess that's the joke. I don't know. I find pigeons actually really cute, and rats as well. People hate rats for some reason. It's like really make better pets than mice do.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had a rat personally, but I'd love to own one. But, yeah.
Yeah. They're just silly little fellows, you know?
True.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, I answered my one question. That's it. Okay, what else do you have?
Okay. This is one of the second general questions. Oh, right, wait. If you could give one piece of advice to anyone, like your past self or anyone watching, what would it be?
That's the disparity of what's your favorite bird too. If you have any advice that you could give anybody, what would you say? That's okay. I'm trying to think of how to word this because I know like what I would say. I think the biggest thing I would say to anyone right now is like, don't live your life in fear. Like, even people who seem like cold or emotionless, or like people who are like fully like I don't know, angry and intensive, like those people, they can live out of fear for a lot of their life, and whether that fear is like fear of not being enough or fear of not being perfect or whatever, like a lot of people make shitty decisions out of that, and that you should try to consider what you're doing, if it's out of what you want to do or if it's you fearing the consequences. And I don't know, just don't let that push you around, because you know, fear may have gotten you to where you are in your life right now, but it's courage that's going to get you to the best places. And and I still have learning to do. I still have a lot of things to do, but me taking the time to do the things I fear the most, like being vulnerable and trying to discover who I am, those are some of the best choices I've ever made. So try to live your life out of love, out of what you want, not out of fear.
Yeah, I definitely do think living life out of fear is not the best way to go about it. And personally, me speaking personally, I've kind of lived in that kind of fear for a long time now, and I firmly believe that I'm also, yeah, I agree. Even though, I've been trying to like find my footing, and yeah, I've been trying to like gain more confidence. I know this is probably unrelated and stuff, but I feel
No, you're
like
fine. You go off.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying has a lot of merit. You keep going.
Yeah. But like I kind of used to live in this like bubble where I'm like, oh, everyone hates me. Oh, everyone's gonna like eventually leave me. And honestly, I think I'm just kind of like, I don't really feel like thinking that anymore. I really couldn't keep living in that like mindset. So,
Yeah. That's the I've lived in that mindset too, and that led me towards like, oh, people don't like the real me, so I'm going to present the fake me, and they're going to love that. And the irony of you present like an image to the world, and you're never seen for who you are, and it sucks. And another thing that people don't often talk about is that fear, its true opposite is love. That like, I don't know. There's there's like a spectrum, and like like love and fear are at the opposites, and like the best things come out of love, and the most hurtful things come out of fears, like hatred that comes out of fear, bigotry, like even like problems that people deal with, like over impulsiveness or disconnecting from their emotions, that comes out of fear. But things like vulnerability and care and empathy, that all comes from love, and they're two opposites. And although fear is what's gotten a lot of people to where they are in their life, they can still pull themselves out of whatever pit of fear that they find themselves in because of love, whether that be self-love or the love of people around you. Like, you just got to use that, and it's not easy, and no one's ever perfect, and there's still things I do out of fear, and I recognize that. But even just being able to recognize that shows growth, and I think knowing where your problems lie, that's the first step. And I think everyone should think about that. Should think like, what's my biggest fear? How is it holding me back?
Yeah, I agree, definitely. Honestly, yeah, I don't really have anything to say other than I agree with you, and that what you're saying is like absolutely correct and valid.
Yeah.
And yeah. I really have all that to say. You're valid in thinking that way,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to like toot my own horn so much, but like I feel like I have like that a side of myself that is like introspective, like kind of philosopher, poetic, and like I don't know, like I will sometimes say stuff that is very real and will surprise my friends. Like in one time in one of my university classes, like we were talking about like fusion foods, like it was like a taco hamburger or whatever, and someone was like, oh, that's a made-up concept. And I said, literally every word and concept is made up by humans, and we've just put meaning to them. And they were just like, damn.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like the idea of a taco, that's a human-made thing. Do you think nature just makes tacos? No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love, not fear. That's the biggest thing I'll say for advice.
Wonderful advice. Wonderful, wonderful. And
are you okay? Do you need a hug?
what? I'm okay. I was just about to get into like the fun questions now. That was like
Yeah.
yeah.
What's your second favorite type of bird?
Yeah, yeah, it's still like a work in progress with like the questionnaire and stuff, so, you know. But yeah. Moving on from the beginning questions from advice and like birds and stuff. A little bit of general questions I wanted to ask. What are some of your favorite video games?
Dude, I have a list. Okay, I guess we'll start at the top. Number one favorite video game is Sonic Unleashed HD. I love that game so much. The amount of like flow and fun and like running that you do in the day stages is fun, and I also really like the night stages where you just beat the shit out of like darkness monsters. It's a lot of fun, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just very cathartic, and like even with some of the problems, like certain stages being not fun, Eggman Land, and also certain other things that I would have changed, I still have a lot of fun with it. I first played it when I was 14, and that's when like depression really started hitting me, and I was just like, I don't know, I just needed something fun to take the ease off life, and I played that game, and it was so much fucking fun. And you should play that game too. It's great, and I don't know, it just embodies fun for me. Also, I'm sorry if I'm swearing a lot. I know that you might have to censor the episode if it comes out just a lot of bleep.
Honestly, it's fine. I mean, it's not like YouTube's gonna get on me anyway, because let's be real here. People with like under 500 to 1,000 subscribers, that YouTube's not gonna recognize that, I think.
They're like, we got better shit to do.
Yeah.
Someone just with like with 99 subscribers just uploads all of Sonic 3. They're like, we don't have time to look at this.
Honestly, I was gonna say, I guess YouTube YouTube would rather spend more time terminating innocent channels than like actually taking care of real problems. I'll be honest. That's the unfortunate truth.
We got rid of dislikes for you. No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, I love Sonic Unleashed. Another one of my favorite games is Final Fantasy V. It gave me my name, so I have that much connection to it. And also, I think it's a really solid RPG. I think it's very fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know, combat's fun, the jobs are fun. Faris is awesome, gender queen, love her. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is another favorite. That game, more than any other, is the most ethereal to me. It just has so much, like, wow, and, like, I don't know, it feels like you're, like, looking at, like, a nature documentary of an alien planet, and, like, you're just wowed by nature for the first time again. I'm trying to think of other ones that I really love. The Shovel Knight game, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. I know it's kind of a cop-out because it's more like 4 games in one, but whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. I love that game. It's a lot of fun. I literally cry every time I see the ending of Plague of Shadows because I think it's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a lot of great games in this world, and the one thing that saddens me with like finite time is I will never experience every game I want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. It's sad, but it's also, I guess, I don't know, just the reality that we see ourselves in. I'm trying to think of other ones that I love a lot. One of them is definitely Celeste. Celeste is one of my favorites. It has my favorite character in all of media, which is Madeline. And I don't know. I just think it has such a beautiful story, and the director and music creator are trans, so that's great.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I guess like one last one that I'll just mention is probably the game that I've logged the most hours into, which is Enter the Gungeon. That game is so like pick up and play addictive, and I don't know, the amount of secrets in it are very fun, and I just really like roguelites a lot. They're a lot of fun. Hades, every character is hot. Damn. And I don't know. I don't know. There are just some games where I get into a big flow state, and Enter the Gungeon is like the one that I do the most of that.
Yeah, I never played half. I don't think I've ever played any of the games you mentioned. I think Celeste was the only one you mentioned that I played, but but yeah, I'm glad you can find enjoyment in these games, to be honest. They seem really fun. The Final Fantasy V, would love to get into Final Fantasy one day, just I don't have the time right now, but
if you want to get into it, the ones that I recommend the most are 4, 6, 7, and 10. Those ones are the most like you can get into. I don't know. They all have like very beautiful stories. I think you might like 6's story the most because the whole theme of it is about like counteracting nihilism, and it's like realizing that like life is worth living, and the whole shtick of the villain is that like he believes that like life is just pain, and so he just wants to cause it for others, and like the heroes at the end team up, and they say like what gives them purpose and meaning in life, and I don't know, it's a really beautiful message.
Yeah,
and it's also very funny. Like at the end when they're all giving that speech, he just says, "Okay, I'm glad you read a self-help book." Yeah, but yeah, I love a variety of games. I think that's the beauty of games with like, compared to something like movies or TV shows, like you watch a movie or a TV show or whatever, and it's like you're watching, and it's like the same quote-unquote experience, but because its game genres are so different in play and experience, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Like a platformer is going to have different like smarts and dexterity required than an RPG is, and I don't know, I think not every genre is for everyone, but I think that there's at least one genre out there for someone, and I don't know, there's at least one video game that will someone. Like my sister, she does not play video games that often, but she loves Breath of the Wild, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it just shows that like games are a beautiful medium, and they can bring people together, and I don't know, they're just fun. They're just fun incarnate, and I don't know. I think the thing that I look for in games is just that feeling of like when you're a kid and you're doing something like running down a hill and you're like picking up speed, and it's just exhilaration all the way through. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel with playing some of my favorite games.
I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So I want to move into another section I have. You are a streamer on Twitch, right? Everyone...
Correct.
Yes.
I am.
Correct. So I got a bit of streamer questions for you,
Okay.
It's a little specific selection. Anyways, do you have any plans for future streams? Like any games you want to play in the future, or,
Oh, that's actually a good question. I'd say for games, like, I'm gonna wrap up, me playing Shovel Knight, because I'm currently playing through all that again. I hope to start RPGs again that isn't just my friend lock, because I really do love RPGs, and it's hard to sometimes stream them on Twitch just because, I don't know, like, I know that my streams can be very chaotic and like, it's like bits and jokes and all that stuff, and it's just there for fun. But I don't know, I really love doing things like voice acting story games and just like doing all that. Like, I honestly, like, one stream that I stopped but I want to pick up again is Final Fantasy IX, because that game I think has a really wonderful story, and I think it would be so much fun to voice act with friends. Yeah, I don't know why, I feel like you would be a really good Steiner. Steiner is basically like the head of the knights at the castle, and like at first he comes off as like a bumbling doofus who's just like very self-righteous, but like you see like his softer side, and like he learns to give grace to the people around him, and he's like a really sweet guy, and he also gets together with the hot paladin, so yeah. I'd love to do that. I have a Gundam that I was given for Christmas, so I'm gonna do that on stream. That'll be fun. I hope to continue reviewing music on streams, because I love doing that. I love discussing music, and that includes me doing a review of Epic the Musical, and I might do it where it's one saga, and I'm gonna get a special guest for each one, and just talk about like the themes and the intensity and all that stuff, because I have a lot more to say about epic music than I do like traditional quote-unquote songs, so yeah, I don't know. I think that'll be fun. Those are some things I hope to do on stream, and I don't know. I don't know. I just like just doing silly things with my friends. That's the thing that I love doing streaming with the most. Like, whenever I have a co-host on, I just feel so much better, because it's like then I can bounce jokes off of people.
Yeah. I feel like doing things with friends, like on streams and stuff, I feel like that really adds to, like, you know, the experience, if anything. Like, you could stream alone, and it could still be good, but streaming with friends, I definitely agree that you could, like, bounce jokes off each other and, like, you know, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, improv is my bread and butter, and I love, like, I don't know, like, a funny thing happening, and then I just improv it off it. Like, I remember do you know that, like, sound clip on my stream that's just ass, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that came from when I originally started playing Final Fantasy IX, my friend David was voicing Steiner, and he said, "Knights of Pluto, assemble!" And I said, "Ha, ass." And so in his deepest voice, he just said ass. And I was like, okay, I need to turn that into a clip now. And I still have that to this day.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I hope to do on stream.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Anyways. Moving on to the next question. What was the best game or thing you've streamed in the past? Like, you know, it could be anything you've streamed in the past. I know you talked about, like, friend locks and stuff. But is there, like, what other things are there, you know?
What's the best thing that I've streamed? That's a really good question. And also really hard, but I like it a lot. Okay. I think... I'd say probably, well, I think the biggest moment for me streaming was me playing Sonic Unleashed, and that's when I got my first ever raid. And then I met a bunch of online friends, and then from there, you know, here I am. I'd say probably the best game or thing that I've ever streamed, though, God, that's so hard. Because sometimes I forget the amount of stuff that I play. I'm like, oh yeah, I have played this on... Oh well. You know, honestly, I think it might be... I think it might be a Twitch Miss Carol. I think that stream is just so much fun. It was, like, so much fun to just get my friends together, and we all just talked and just improv'd our way through a story. It was so funny, and I don't know. It was just an excuse for me to call with a lot of my friends, and the jokes that were made were so great, and I don't know. There were also some genuinely emotional moments, so
yeah.
I'd say that's my favorite, at least in my memory right now. I know that, like, in a month or so, I'm gonna be like, this recent stream I did was awesome! But yeah, I'll say for now, Twitch Miss Carol.
Yeah. I remember the Twitch Miss Carol thing you did. It was so fun.
I mean, you were Ghost of Christmas Past. You did great.
Yeah. I definitely hope that we get more things like that, though, one day.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I hope to do D&D podcasts on my stream, so I would most definitely like play with you at some point. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be actually really fun. I would love to join in if you ever get to it.
I mean, I might. I might do one with some friends where it's basically Greek mythology. Like everyone plays as like the son of a god or daughter or whatever, or like follows a god. And we're planning on doing that Fridays, like late. So I don't know. If that fits your schedule, I'd have you in as a player. I think that would be fun. Yeah, Nate and SG are there as well.
Yeah.
As well as some of my other friends.
I definitely will have to look into my schedule, but if I get the chance, that would be really fun to do.
Yeah. Yeah, at the very least, I'll have you as a special guest. You could play one of the gods or something.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, I just, I don't know why, I just imagine with your, like, with this kind of voice, like, you could play Dionysus or something.
Yeah.
Be like, I got some wine,
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, hey, you're the heroes I heard about, you must be the kid of Festus. I went that party too hard with him. I broke his artificial leg. Yeah, but yeah, I think that'd be fun. I don't know. I just love doing a lot of different stuff on my streams. It's just I don't really have a consistent theme or anything. I just do whatever I think would be fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Alright. This is the last streamer question I have on the list. Okay. I think this might need to be workshopped a bit, but do you have any plans of doing other things other than streaming, like content creation, like,
No, I think that's a fair question. Mm-hmm. I do hope to make videos someday, like reviews, with, I don't know, just like one of my friends editing it.
Yeah.
I think that would be nice. And I also, I hope to do, like Let's Plays with my friends, because I have a VTubing group, and I would love to, like, do official Let's Plays with them, and I don't know, I think that would be nice. I hope to make a D&D podcast, as I said, or a couple, quite honestly. I have a few ideas. I also, I don't know, I just have like a lot of ideas bouncing around my head. One thing that's not streaming related, which I guess I could technically turn into videos if I make it, which is I want to write a comic one day. I have an idea for it. That's basically like the idea is like a supervillain turned good, classic story. Yeah. And I just have my own ideas for that, and like a world and all that stuff. And I think it would be, I don't know, it'd be fun to like maybe make that and then like get some friends of mine to voice act the different characters and just like put that up as videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
Alright. So this is a little, if that's all, then I have a little final thing over here. Any final thoughts or remarks you want to say? It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to really be big or anything. You could, just a little thing you could tell the audience at home. I don't know.
All right, here we're gonna have the second emotional moment of the of the podcast. Excuse me. Wherever you are in your life, whatever you're doing, whatever is happening, just remember that you're enough. Remember that you're doing a good job, and remember that you're loved, and that despite all the fear and like trauma and whatever else is happening in your life, that you're here, and that you're someone to be proud of, and that you matter, and that despite life being terrifying, not everything in it has to be bad, and that there's a lot of people who care about you. So, don't forget to tell them that you love them. And don't forget to don't forget to face your fears. And even if it's something small, like being vulnerable or accepting that you made a mistake, that shows a lot of bravery. So do what's needed and do what you can, and that'll be enough. Yeah.
Wonderful words.
Here's your closing message.
Nice. That is a wonderful message. I think that's all I really wanted to do today. This is the first podcast after all, so it's gonna be like really short. It's gonna be like it's surprisingly 30 minutes long, actually. Oh gosh.
It's exactly what you said it was. I was worried. I was like, am I yapping too much? Is this gonna be 10 hours? But no, it worked out.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah. The outro. With that said, that's gonna be it for tonight's podcast, or today's podcast, depending on what happens, if it gets uploaded in day or night. Thank you, Faris, for joining the podcast tonight. I really appreciate you being the first guest on my little podcast. It was so nice to have you.
Yeah, I'm always happy to work on whatever project you want, whether it's a stream or a podcast or whatever. I think you're both loads of fun, and I think you're an awesome friend, Pigeon, and I'm very glad that we met last year.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we could work on more projects, to be honest. It'd be really fun, honestly.
I would love to. You are super creative and hardworking and awesome. I would love to work on stuff with you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's an honor to have been friends with you, and yeah.
Have been. I'm not going anywhere, buddy.
No.
You think this is the last interaction we're gonna have?
No. I didn't mean it that way. Let me reword it.
I'm just teasing you. It's fine. I used to be friends with Faris. I still am, but I used to as well.
Yeah. That was funny though.
Yeah. I'm glad we were friends. Wait, what?
I'm glad we're still friends. Let's just word it that way. I'm glad we're still friends.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be your friend. You're gonna be on your deathbed, and I'm gonna be your friend, buddy.
But yeah. So until then, thank you for staying at the parlor. And we'll see you again soon. Have a nice night.